Welcome to another Financially Fabulous episode. This is the place to be to learn about money and get inspired to take small steps to improve your finances. I'm Lee Moore, but while I'm not a financial planner, I'll show you what I've learned. In this episode, I'll be giving you my tips for keeping your spending under control. Come on, this'll be fabulous. If you've been watching my videos for a while now, you may be noticing a few themes. If I had to condense all my messages down to a few key points, here's what it would be. 1. Don't spend more money than you make. 2. Find a way to make more money through multiple streams of income. And 3. Take the money that you've already got saved and invest it to make even more money. So today, I want to talk about my first message by giving you a few ways to help you keep your spending under control. If you spend more money than you make, you might find yourself trying to climb out from under a mountain of debt. So here's tip number 1. Know how much money you make on a monthly basis. I know, this sounds super basic, but many of us don't know exactly how much money ends up in our bank accounts after tax. If you know how much money you have, it's the first step to making sure that you don't spend more than that. This is particularly important if you don't have a steady salary. If you work on commission, if you are self-employed, if you work on contract, you need to keep a close eye on your income. You should try to get to a place where you are not spending necessarily the money that you make this month, but what you made the previous month. That way, you don't end up spending funds that you don't end up making. Tip number 2 is to have a monthly spending plan. Basically, it's an allocation of how much you plan to spend on each category, like housing, food, entertainment, etc., within a given month. You don't have to be super strict and have like little tiny micro categories. For heaven's sakes, have a plan and stick to it. Tip number 3 is to check your bank account and your credit card balance at least a few times throughout the month. You want to be sure that you are familiar with the transactions that happen throughout the month. This way, you'll be a lot more familiar with what's happening with your cash flow, when and where the money comes and goes. It will also enable you to catch errors or mistakes. This can happen, so if you're on top of everything and on top of your accounts, you'll be able to catch them. Tip number 4, there are categories of spending that you feel like you have a lot less control of, like spending on coffee or grocery or entertainment. Just carry a small envelope of cash of what you want to allocate to that category. Once the funds in that envelope are spent, you'll know it's time to stop. The great thing about spending cash is that you can spend it without any guilt because you realize once it's gone, it's gone. Tip number 5 is be realistic and realize that you aren't going to spend the exact same amount of money every single month, and then plan for it. If you know you have a special occasion like a birthday or a wedding that's coming up, ensure that you allocate enough money to be able to cover those extra expenses. This may mean diverting funds from something else or using your savings. That's what it's there for. But if you don't plan for them and you just find yourself overspending, it's easy to disregard and then just keep spending. It's kind of like when you're on a diet and you have just one piece of cake and you feel like you've already ruined your diet, so what the heck, you might as well eat the entire cake. If you plan for these extra expenses, then you'll be less likely to fall off the financial bandwagon. While you may be able to outsource your investing decisions, you are the one who's in charge of your spending. That brings me to today's tweetable. When it comes to personal finances, you have to take responsibility for your spending. Here's my challenge to you. If you don't have a spending plan, take the time to develop one. It doesn't have to be super detailed. Just start with the high-level category allocations and get yourself started. Leave a comment below letting me know if you track your spending and how you do it. Don't forget to access the free downloadable below at leemore.money to help you with this challenge. Did you like this video? Did you learn something? Subscribe to my channel. It's free. And share it with your friends. And if you want even more tips and tricks to make your financial journey fun and exciting, come on over to leemore.money and sign up for email updates. Remember, I'm not here to change who you are or how you live your life. I just have strategies to make you even more financially fabulous. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Till then, stay fabulous. When and where your money comes out, you want to be familiar with your cash flow. Cash flow.